Liverpool are heading into a summer that could completely change the future of the club. With transfer chaos, contract uncertainty and growing pressure on Arne Slot, Anfield has become the centre of major drama across European football. Behind the scenes, massive decisions are being made as fans demand answers and Liverpool prepare for one of the most important transfer windows in recent history. One of the biggest stories currently dominating discussions involves Liverpool finally being handed an opportunity to sign a Bayern Munich superstar who has been admired by the club for a long time. Sources across Germany suggest Bayern are preparing for a major restructuring project following disappointment domestically and in Europe. Several key players could become available as Bayern attempt to refresh their squad, reduce financial pressure and rebuild under a new sporting vision. Liverpool's recruitment department reportedly believes this situation presents a rare opportunity to secure one of Europe's elite talents. The Bayern star is understood to possess exactly the qualities Arne Slot wants to introduce into the team: composure under pressure, elite technical quality, tactical intelligence and experience at the highest level. Insiders claim Liverpool have monitored the player extensively over the past few seasons and now believe the timing may finally be perfect to launch a serious move. Richard Hughes is reportedly determined to make an immediate impact during his first major summer window as Liverpool's sporting director. After replacing previous leadership figures behind the scenes, Hughes understands supporters expect ambitious signings capable of immediately improving the team. There is growing recognition inside the club that Liverpool cannot afford another underwhelming transfer window if they want to close the gap on Manchester City, Arsenal and Europe's biggest clubs. The potential Bayern Munich signing has already created enormous excitement among Liverpool supporters online. Fans believe bringing a proven elite player to Anfield would send a powerful message to rivals and restore confidence in the club's direction. Social media reactions have exploded following the reports, with many supporters calling the transfer a dream signing, capable of transforming Liverpool's chances next season. However, Liverpool's summer ambitions are not limited to attack or midfield reinforcements. Defensive recruitment is also expected to become one of the club's highest priorities. Despite Virgil van Dijk continuing to perform at an elite level during key moments this season, Liverpool remain aware that defensive transition must eventually begin. Injuries, inconsistency and lack of depth expose serious weaknesses throughout difficult periods of the campaign. That is why Richard Hughes is reportedly preparing an aggressive attempt to hijack Tottenham Hotspur's pursuit of a highly rated centre-back who has emerged as one of the most exciting young defenders in European football. Tottenham had previously positioned themselves strongly in negotiations and were believed to be leading the race for the player's signature. Yet Liverpool's sudden involvement has dramatically complicated the situation. Sources close to the player claim Liverpool's interest immediately changed the mood around negotiations. The opportunity to join one of the world's biggest football clubs and potentially become a long-term successor to Virgil van Dijk reportedly appeals strongly to the defender. Liverpool are believed to have already presented a clear sporting vision outlining how the player would fit into the club's future plans under Arne Slot. Tottenham remain confident about their project and continue pushing aggressively to complete the deal. However, Liverpool's global reputation, Champions League ambitions and historic status could ultimately prove decisive factors. Richard Hughes reportedly believes winning these types of transfer battles against Premier League rivals is essential if Liverpool are serious about rebuilding a squad capable of dominating domestically and in Europe once again. At the same time, Liverpool themselves may become victims of a painful transfer hijack. Reports suggest another major European club is preparing a massive financial proposal to steal one of Liverpool's top targets from under their noses. The player had been heavily linked with a move to Anfield for several months, and discussions were reportedly progressing positively. Yet Liverpool's cautious approach regarding financial structure may have opened the door for competitors willing to spend far more aggressively. This situation has reignited frustrations among sections of the fan base regarding Liverpool's transfer strategy. Many supporters still feel haunted by previous transfer windows where top targets slipped away after prolonged negotiations. Fans fear history could repeat itself if Liverpool hesitate again while rivals move decisively with bigger offers and improved salary packages. Inside Anfield, there is recognition that modern football's financial landscape has changed dramatically. Competing against state-backed clubs and billionaire ownership groups presents enormous challenges, even for globally successful institutions like Liverpool. Nevertheless, supporters expect the club to remain ambitious and creative rather than accepting defeat in major transfer races. The pressure surrounding Liverpool's recruitment team continues increasing with every passing week. Richard Hughes knows supporters expect immediate signs of progress after a frustrating season filled with inconsistency. Failure to secure key targets could quickly damage confidence in the club's long-term project and increase negativity around the team. Yet perhaps the most shocking and emotional storyline currently surrounding Liverpool involves the uncertain futures of Virgil van Dijk and Mohamed Salah. For almost a decade, both players have symbolised Liverpool's modern golden era under Jurgen Klopp. Their leadership, quality, mentality and consistency transformed Liverpool from hopeful challengers into champions of England and Europe. Now, however, serious concerns are emerging regarding whether both superstars could eventually leave the club. Mohamed Salah's future has remained uncertain for a long time due to enormous interest from Saudi Arabian clubs willing to offer unprecedented financial packages. Liverpool resisted previous attempts to sign the Egyptian forward, but speculation surrounding his future continues intensifying. Sources close to the situation claim Salah remains committed to Liverpool emotionally, but also wants reassurance regarding the club's ambitions moving forward. The forward reportedly wants to continue competing for the biggest trophies rather than simply participating in transition periods without clear direction. Liverpool's ability to convince Salah that the future remains bright could prove decisive in determining whether he extends his stay at Anfield. Virgil van Dijk's situation is equally sensitive. The Dutch captain continues to perform as one of the best defenders in world football despite entering the later stages of his career. His leadership remains absolutely crucial both on and off the pitch. Yet insiders suggest Van Dijk also wants confidence that Liverpool remain capable of competing at the very highest level during the coming years. The possibility of losing both Salah and Van Dijk during the same era terrifies Liverpool supporters. Many fans believe replacing either player individually would already be incredibly difficult. Losing both icons could potentially mark the definitive end of one of the greatest periods in Liverpool's modern history. Supporters have flooded social media with emotional messages demanding the club do everything possible to retain both superstars. Fans argue that beyond their footballing ability, Salah and Van Dijk represent the mentality and standards required for elite success. Their departures would leave enormous leadership voids inside the dressing room. Liverpool's hierarchy reportedly understands the seriousness of the situation. Internally, there is hope that ambitious summer recruitment could help convince both players to remain part of the project. Bringing in elite talent and demonstrating strong long-term planning may prove essential in persuading Liverpool's biggest stars that success remains achievable at Anfield. Meanwhile, pressure surrounding Arne Slot's future continues growing following an inconsistent first season in charge. Replacing Jurgen Klopp was always going to be one of the most difficult tasks in modern football. Klopp's emotional connection with supporters and legendary achievements created almost impossible expectations for whoever followed him. Slot arrived with a strong reputation after impressive work in the Netherlands, but adapting to the Premier League has proven challenging at times. While there have been positive performances and moments of tactical promise, Liverpool have also produced disappointing displays against major rivals and struggled for consistency throughout important periods of the campaign. Criticism from sections of the fan base has intensified recently, particularly after frustrating results that damaged Liverpool's momentum. Questions are now being raised regarding whether Slot possesses the tactical flexibility and personality required to succeed long-term at one of the world's biggest clubs. Reports suggesting an incredible Premier League manager is being monitored as a possible replacement have only increased speculation surrounding Slot's future. The unnamed manager is reportedly admired for his ability to develop young players, implement dynamic tactical systems, and compete effectively despite financial limitations. Liverpool publicly continue supporting Slot, and sources inside the dressing room claim many players appreciate his calm approach and detailed tactical ideas. However, elite football remains brutally results-driven. Another disappointing season could force difficult decisions regardless of long-term intentions. Arne Slot reportedly remains fully focused on proving doubters wrong. The Dutch manager is believed to be heavily involved in transfer discussions and determined to build a squad capable of implementing his football philosophy more effectively. He understands next season may define whether he succeeds or fails at Anfield. Another major storyline attracting enormous attention involves Liverpool's response to RB Leipzig regarding the massive €100 million valuation placed on wonderkid Yan Diomande. The young sensation has rapidly become one of Europe's most exciting emerging talents after a series of breathtaking performances that caught the attention of elite clubs across the continent. Liverpool scouts reportedly believe Diomande possesses world-class potential and could eventually develop into one of football's biggest stars. His pace, creativity, intelligence and confidence under pressure have impressed recruitment staff enormously. Richard Hughes is said to view the player as someone capable of becoming a central figure in Liverpool's future project. However, RB Leipzig's valuation shocked many observers throughout Europe. The German club reportedly informed interested parties that only offers approaching €100 million would even be considered. Liverpool are believed to admire the player greatly, but remain cautious regarding such enormous spending on a relatively inexperienced young talent. Negotiations continue behind the scenes, with Liverpool exploring alternative structures involving performance bonuses, instalments and additional clauses. Supporters remain divided regarding the situation. Some believe Liverpool should pay whatever is necessary to secure a generational talent before rivals intervene, while others worry the financial risk may simply be too large. The Yan Diomande situation perfectly reflects Liverpool's broader challenge entering this new era. The club wants to compete aggressively for the best young players in world football, while also maintaining financial responsibility. Balancing ambition and sustainability has become increasingly difficult within modern football's inflated transfer market. Away from transfers and contracts, Liverpool recently faced major controversy following angry supporter backlash regarding internal club decisions that many fans believed betrayed traditional values. The situation escalated rapidly after reports emerged involving changes supporters strongly opposed. Social media campaigns, online protests, and criticism from fan groups quickly intensified pressure on the club's leadership. Many supporters accused Liverpool of prioritising commercial interests over fan culture and emotional connection. The backlash became impossible to ignore as frustration spread across the global fan base. Eventually, Liverpool released an official statement confirming a dramatic U-turn and reversing their earlier position. The decision was widely interpreted as a victory for supporter influence and demonstrated the power Liverpool fans still possess when united behind a cause. While many supporters welcomed the club's decision to listen, others argued the situation highlighted growing disconnect between football executives and traditional fan culture. The controversy served as another reminder that modern football clubs must constantly balance commercial growth with emotional loyalty from supporters. Inside Anfield, there is awareness that maintaining trust with supporters remains absolutely essential during periods of transition and uncertainty. Liverpool's leadership understands fans expect transparency, ambition, and respect for the club's identity. As the summer transfer window approaches, Liverpool now stand at one of the most important crossroads in recent history. Massive opportunities exist to rebuild the squad, refresh the project, and begin a new era capable of challenging for the biggest trophies once again. Yet enormous risks also remain everywhere. The futures of iconic players remain uncertain. Transfer rivals continue growing stronger financially. Pressure on Arne Slot continues increasing. Supporters are demanding clear signs of ambition and progress. Every decision made during the coming months could shape Liverpool's future trajectory for years to come. Richard Hughes faces extraordinary pressure entering his first major summer as sporting director. Liverpool supporters expect decisive action, intelligent recruitment and clear long-term planning. Successful signings could restore excitement and optimism throughout the fan base. Failure could deepen frustration and uncertainty surrounding the club. Arne Slot also enters a defining moment in his managerial career. The Dutch coach knows he must prove quickly that he can lead Liverpool successfully during this transitional period. Improved performances, tactical evolution and positive recruitment could dramatically shift the atmosphere around the club. For Liverpool supporters, emotions remain mixed between hope and fear. The excitement surrounding potential new signings creates optimism about the future, yet uncertainty surrounding departures and managerial stability continues generating anxiety. The emotional shadow of Jurgen Klopp's era still hangs heavily over Anfield. Yet throughout Liverpool's history, moments of uncertainty have often been followed by rebirth and success. The club has repeatedly overcome difficult transitions through strong leadership, passionate support, and courageous decisions. Many supporters still believe Liverpool possess everything required to return to the top of English and European football. One thing is certain. The football world will be watching Liverpool very closely this summer. Huge transfer battles, emotional contract sagas, managerial speculation and supporter drama are all colliding simultaneously around one of football's biggest clubs. What happens next at Anfield could define the next decade of Liverpool Football Club. If Liverpool succeed in securing elite signings, retaining key players and supporting Arne Slot effectively, this summer could become remembered as the beginning of another great era. But if mistakes are made, uncertainty deepens and rivals continue pulling ahead, the challenges facing the club may grow even more serious. The pressure is enormous, the stakes are massive, the emotions are intense, and as another dramatic chapter prepares to unfold at Anfield, millions of supporters around the world are waiting anxiously to discover what happens next in Liverpool's extraordinary story. Liverpool fans, what's happening at Anfield right now could change the club forever. Before we begin, make sure you follow and subscribe to Anfield Signal and turn on notifications because this summer is about to get absolutely crazy with breaking transfer news, Salah drama, Van Dijk uncertainty and massive Liverpool updates every single day.